What it do? It's your boy Illuminated D, and you know what I'm saying? We back with another one. The first thing that I want to do is thank you to everybody who's liked and commented. And to all the subscribers, Pops and I want to let you know that we really appreciate you. For you to come and spend your time with us and to consume the content. While we understanding that you have busy lives, thank you and bless. So today is December 9th, 2024. And I just want to jump right into this conversation and talk to you all about 2024 and the trials and tribulations. You know, I think that we've definitely been through so much in these last 4 years. 2020 with happening, you know, everybody thought it was a zombie apocalypse type, you know, and then we had, you know, these different uncertainties around the world. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but uncertainties around the world and these trials and tribulational things. And then we have these mega booms when it comes to innovation. And then we have crypto going crazy, right? Doesn't mean that there's not a crash coming. Doesn't mean that. I need people to understand that the market is volatile and a dip is a dip. A dip is a dip. But if we look at history, the S&P 500 has definitely gone up. And we want it to keep going up. We want more. We need more, right? But doing that creates more inflation. And we have to start understanding as a community that as we ask for more and they have to provide us with more, that brings the value of our money down, which means that we have to find more places of value and then take hold of those places of value so that they can be pressed and pushed into our financial system so that we can continue to thrive. I think that's what people are not understanding. So when they're saying that, oh, we're suffering, it's not that. It's like, okay, if you look at all the money circulation, right, and how much money is actually in the market, just take your mind out of the bubble for a second and then look at the fact of, okay, how much money is in circulation? So if there's $31 trillion, that means that there's $31 trillion that had to get printed, and then inside of that 31 million, there's these different businesses that hold a large majority of that are looked at or saw as assets, such as like Walmart and Target and Ford and Dodge and these different companies that hold value that people around the world want, which then ties back into our money system. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you start looking at these dynamics and then you start analyzing everything, you have to realize that it's systematic. And yes, they don't teach you up front that you can start a business because it's not beneficial to the system. But if you're smart and you just take a moment and then read a little bit, then you start to actually see and start to understand that, oh, I can get out. Doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, because a lot of times if you have to start at the bottom with no money, then you have to come up with creative, innovative ways to actually get yourself off the hamster wheel and then get yourself that head start. Sometimes it means reaching out, maybe talking to a friend, maybe a friend can help you get out the race. You know what I'm saying? It can be anything. You can start a business, you can start a lemonade stand, you can start a car wash, you can do a lot of many different things. But ultimately, going through 2024, going into 2025, and looking at the dynamic of, you know, not looking at it as a New Year's resolution, but looking at it as a solution towards your forward movement for the future so that you can be successful, and at some point you don't have to work forever. Because we don't want to work forever. I promise you, like, if I didn't have to work forever, if I could just go out and get free money, I would be the first one at the door. I promise you. If they said it was a free million, but it's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So looking at that, looking at how we're building our team, looking at how we're building our friendships, looking at our financial relationships, and looking at how all those things tie in together, then what we can do is we can start to better analyze our circumstance, our situation, and then start to progress and towards the direction that we would all want to be, because we all want to be successful, we all want to be somewhere in life. But in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we're doing this right here. And I want to touch on one more point. Yesterday, remember when I said the S&P 500 got created during discrimination time? So that means that melanated individuals definitely were not a part of that up front. And I think this was a hard realization to look at. Wow, the dynamic of our people did not get the fair shot because of history and how it kind of played out. If we start looking at, the triangle trade, and we start looking at everything, and we just look at, oh, well, the Europeans were definitely at war for a long time, so they had the weaponry to be able to come in and just do these things. It was a systematic, dynamic thing that happened across the world for many years, and I'm not condoning it. Of course, I'm not condoning it. But what I'm saying is, if we look at Egypt, if we look at Rome, if we look at Greece, and we start looking at all these different places, it's not saying that those individuals, if we look at Israel and when they were taken by Egypt, we're not saying that the travesties didn't happen. What we're saying is that we want to all start moving forward in a better direction, so that we can all look at each other as assets in each other's lives, and we can all start teaming up and building better bonds, better relationships, better friendships. Because in order for us to get to the next level as a humanity, how else do we do it if we don't come together at some point? I know that a lot of people are saying, well, you can't really look at it as like a socialistic type of thing, because if everybody got paid the same money, well, let's look at Europe for example, with the 19%. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has free healthcare, everybody has free school. I don't necessarily agree with that directly if that's not what people want to choose, but that is the system, and yes, it works. It does work. I think looking at our dynamic and where we are in the world today, I think what we need to do is just start focusing on building more assets inside of the community, working together as a community, helping each other, stop being selfish. There is enough money to go around. There's $30 trillion of debt. Money is transactional, and you know what I'm saying? We can trade information, we can trade knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So in doing that, we can all be successful in a brighter mind, brighter team, brighter destinations for the future. And just letting you all know, thank you for taking your time out to spend it with Pops and I, because we do appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We sit here and have these motivational conversations all the time. I talk with my team all the time, and we break these plays down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can show you a little bit. I know it kind of looks a little crazy, but that mug is, I can show you real quick. We just moving in pretty much, but definitely got the speaker there. For sure. I'm just gonna kind of give you a little walkthrough. Just a slight, definitely moving in, but getting there. So just want to let y'all know that it is possible. It is, able to happen. And I think that, we just got to take it one day at a time, and I just want to be the greatest us that we can be, because in order for us to make it to the next level, or make it to Mars, or make it to anywhere, to be, inside of the solar system, because who's to say that there's not other planets out here with the resources that we could definitely use in order to, sustain and to be greater? Who's to say that the USD is a thing, bro? What if there's a national galaxy system? Maybe I'm making that up, but maybe I'm not. So, you know what I'm saying? I think we just have to get into that right level playing field so that we can actually start tapping into that market, because we can't just go into that market and then not be able to thrive. You understand? So just letting you all know that it's coming soon. And with that being said, we all want to be successful. We all want to be somewhere in life, but in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we're doing this right here, right now. Everybody be blessed, be safe.